Well, you better do it. You better do it because you're not going to get any federal funding at all if you don't.
As you probably know, President Trump signed an executive order banning men from participating in women's sports just a few weeks ago. But as you could probably guess, blue states have decided they're simply not going to comply with this executive order. This happened in California this week. But you know what happens when you have people, or in this case states, that don't comply with federal law, and you have a president in the White House who enforces the law? This.
So we're not going to give them any federal funding, none whatsoever, until they clean that up.
Let it sink in that there are states that would rather lose federal funding, ultimately hurting their entire state, than enforce the law that women's sports are only for women. Looks like we have made it to the find out portion.
Somebody call 911. Because he just freaking uppercutted, body slammed the freaking governor of Maine. He told her butt up. He took his freaking belt off and said, "What did I tell you?" He said, "You better do it, or else." This is after he signed an executive order banning these trans folks, these trans women, from real biological women's sports.
A historic executive order to ban men from competing in women's sports. It's about time. Want to do this? Watch what I do, and then I'm going to give you some pens, okay? Are you ready? What a nice picture this is, huh, Governor? You ready? We'll do a good job. Wait, let me press that. I want to make this a really good signature, because this is, this is a big one, right? Oh, I think we have a 10. We have a 10.
God bless you, Mr. President.
And apparently some people have a problem with it. This governor of Maine, this woke governor, is trying to openly defy executive orders. You know, Donald Trump has been criticized over and over again for not following the law and just going against things that he doesn't agree with. But it's ironic that when people do that to him and his executive orders, something that you cannot legally just defy executive orders, then nobody says a peep about anything. And so this governor got cooked. This is after he had all of these women, biological, all surrounding him in like one of the most heartfelt, most genius moves that I've ever seen anybody pull, to have the women come in close as he signed an executive order to ban these weirdos and lunatics and these freaking cheaters, these mentally ill people, from cheating real women out of their hard-earned life's work. Now, without further ado, let's go ahead and react to Trump handing this governor her ass on a silver platter.
2 weeks ago, I signed an executive order banning men from playing in women's sports. Many Democrats are fighting me on that. I hope you continue, because you'll never win another race. And it's just crazy. If you look at what happened with the boxing, if you look at what happened with the weightlifting numbers, where a record that hadn't been broken for 19 years got shattered. But, they put up an eighth of an ounce here, an eighth of an ounce there, and it's 218 pounds or whatever was that. And hadn't been broken in 19 years. And then guy walks up who transitioned. He transitioned, and he knocked out that record by about 100 pounds. That will be a record not going to be broken again. And it's crazy, but the NCAA has complied immediately, by the way. That's good. But I understand Maine. Is Maine here, the governor of Maine? Well, are you not going to comply with it? We are the federal law. Well, you better do it. You better do it, because you're not going to get any federal funding at all if you don't. And by the way, your population, even though it's somewhat liberal, although I did very well there, your population doesn't want men playing in women's sports. So you better comply, because otherwise you're not getting any federal funding.
See you in court.
Every state, good. I'll see you in court. I look forward to that. That should be a real easy one. And enjoy your life after governor, because I don't think you'll be in elected politics. Every state has a responsibility to comply with Title IX. They have an obligation, a legal obligation, and will be in.
This guy Hold on.
Forcing aggressively, and we're going to be protecting our citizens. We're going to protect. So,
Yo, this guy is freaking ruthless. This is the type of president that we need, okay? Somebody with some balls, some cojones, okay? He called this lady out to her face. He said, you better do it. You're not gonna be out here just defying federal law. We are the federal government. What the hell you think the executive branch is, you dumb F? These people are crazy. I can't believe that they're picking all of these dumb positions. It's like they always pick a position that's like losing. What's the opposite of what Trump said? Yeah, let's do that. Like, there's got to be people who don't like that, right? That's their position, and this is a foolish hill to die on. They're dying on every dumb hill they can. Jasmine Crockett the other day was saying Americans don't want $5,000 back from the Doge savings.
President Trump says he likes the idea of giving some of the savings from Doge back to Americans as kind of a dividend. Would you support that?
Listen, he's just telling a lie. No, we are not in the business of giving out money. And honestly, I don't know what $5,000 will do for you.
The fact that I'm rooting for Canada and I'm rooting for Mexico a lot is really wild. But they are really the ones that are speaking truth to power right now. They can see what it is. And they were like, we are not messing with this crazy regime from Mar-a-Lago, and basically calling them thugs.
These people are idiots. I don't even know. I cannot give them any more credit anymore. I can't do it anymore, guys. Something's wrong with these lunatics. They're mentally ill. This is what happens when you get mentally ill people in government, is you get a clown show. You know, they talk about bring a clown, you get a circus, and that's exactly what they're doing, except at least real clowns are talented. These dummies aren't good at anything. But guys, do you think this is appropriate to call this woke governor out to her face? Or do you think Donald Trump was going a little too far? He's, flexing a little bit, too much muscle on him. Let me know what you guys think. Drop a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. I appreciate y'all watching the Black Anomaly Rising channel. F around and find out. I'm out.
you guys know what this represents?
Tell us, sir.
Maybe it's the calm before the storm. What's the storm? Could be the calm before the storm.
What storm, Mr. President?
You'll find out.